Hello, happy Sunday. What you all doing? Let me know in the comments below. I think because we're coming to you through StreamYard, you have to click StreamYard's little notification. So, you can comment if you want to comment. So happy Sunday. It's great to have you all here. I'm actually jumping on today because something has been playing on my mind, and I wanted to share it with you all, as I do on a Sunday. This week somebody came to see me, a new person that I had never met before, and as happens with you have to click see. Oh, I don't know what's happening now. As happens with many new people that come to see me, they will, go and ask other people, if you heard, about this person. And so she spoke to quite a few people, and the feedback, the synopsis, which is, interesting. It's always good to get this feedback. The synopsis given to her from people was that I give people a lot of supplements and they're really expensive. And, this woman said to me, but clearly, that might not be true. I'm just telling you what she said. And I said, it's really interesting because I've been doing, I've been a wellness strategy, and I've been doing this for a very long time. And supplementation, the questions asked about supplementation over the last 20 years, as supplements have become more and more and more a thing that people can access themselves. I'm asked a lot of questions about them often, very often. And so what is a supplement? Does everybody need it? And why does some of the people that come to me have a lot of them, and some of the people that come to me have very little? So that's huge questions. And do I need them? And, even in the Quantum Wellness Academy, I'm asked questions constantly by members, do I take this? Do I need to take that? When should I take this? So I'm going to talk to you today because I think it's very, very important to kind of clarify some things. The first thing is there are supplements, there are nutraceuticals, and there are pharmaceuticals. That's three very different things, not to be confused. Okay, and they do three very different things, and I'm going to unpack them for you and explain those three today. It's very important that you understand supplements, nutraceuticals, pharmaceuticals, very different things. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is, do we all need supplementation? Well, it very much depends. It very much depends on what you're trying to do. I never guess, as most of you know. I test people. I hear what they have to say. I see what's going on with them biologically and look at the why. If people are deficient, why are they deficient? Are they absorbing? Do they have leaky gut? This matters. I mean, it really matters, because what are you going to do? Put a lot of supplements in your mouth when you're leaking? I mean, that's not a good thing. They're going to be a waste of time. And again, no, supplements are not for everybody. What are supplements? Supplements supplement your diet. It says it in the name, doesn't it? Supplements supplement your diet. So if your diet's not great, and this can happen for multiple reasons, then supplementation will supplement your diet. 90%, all right, I want you guys to hear this, 90% of all supplementation available to buy in the world today is bad, really bad, very dangerous for you. That's 90%. One of the things we know about the supplementation industry is it is fast becoming as profiteering and profit making as the pharmaceutical industry. All right. And it's a shame, because that's really not, why I became involved with supplements, and so we've got a lot of supplements flooding the market. And the main objective for all of them is profit margins, not health. And the other thing about supplementation is because you can buy it over the counter pretty much everywhere, even online, have it delivered to your door, people think, oh, you know, it's not that important. It can't be dangerous. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't post it to me, or I wouldn't be able to go and get it over the counter. This is not true. Absolutely. One thing about the supplementation industry is that there is no governing body. So you could buy something, say like ashwagandha, and there is no ashwagandha actually in it. And that's okay to market it as ashwagandha and send it to you. The other thing about supplements is to pack them out. There are things inside of them called packers and bulkers, and they're made up of all kinds of things, including chalk. And that chalk gets into your system and causes havoc in your liver. You know, and it was interesting because it's taken a while, I think, for doctors and medical professionals to catch on, you know, when they do your annual blood tests. Many people come to me and say, you know, my GP has given me these, what do they mean? And my GP asks me, you know, are you taking supplements because your AST or your GTT, your liver is, you know, becoming blocked? And that's a good question. And I'm really glad GPs are asking, you know, their patients these questions, because it's really important and it's highly likely that that is the case. You know, supplements fall into 90% of them are bad and should never be touched. 10% of them are what we call clean, and they're not dangerous, but they're only going to be beneficial to you if, one, you need them, and two, you're able to absorb them. All right. And I would definitely say stay away from all oils when it comes to supplementation, because oils are really hard for your body to flush through and get rid of. Okay. And supplements, like everything else, should not be taken forever. You take them for a reason. And again, comes back to number one, do you need them? Now, nutraceuticals is really the new name, the new word on the block. Nutraceuticals, what's that about? Right, nutraceuticals, I love them. I love them because they're between supplements and pharmaceuticals, and they have a governing body, all right? They've been tested, safe and effective, and they must prevent, treat, or cure something. So to be called a nutraceutical, they have had to be tested as safe and effective. That's number one, super important. And number two is they have to have been proven that they treat, prevent, or cure something. All right, super important that. And so again, do you need them? Well, I think, you know, I have no idea if you need nutraceuticals or not, guys, but what I do know is if you are taking nutraceuticals, they should only be taken for 4 or 5 days out of every 7. All right, that's the first thing about them, because for them to actually work, you put them in your body, you know, consistently, and then you step back from them and you allow your body to actually metabolize them. And that requires none of them going in for 2 to 3 days. So I tend to do 4 or 5 days, Monday to Friday on, and Friday to Sunday or Saturday and Sunday off. That's when you know you're taking a nutraceutical. Why would I even consider taking a nutraceutical or, you know, recommending it to my clients? All right. So a nutraceutical can be taken to repair something. All right. Say like leaky gut. And it's taken for a specific length of time. It isn't taken in isolation. Nutraceuticals are not going to help you guys if you're just going to go and buy them, you know, and pop a lot of them in your mouth and I'm fixing my leaky gut. No, no. Nutraceuticals, for them to be effective, go hand in hand with huge lifestyle changes. Sorry to say it. You know, you are what you eat, you are what you do, and you are what you think. So if you think that you can go and buy the most expensive nutraceuticals and take them and everything's going to be fine and you can go about eating what you want, sleeping when you feel like, and you're all going to be good, that's not true. All right. The foundation of change in any way, all right, whether you're trying to repair something, you know, you're trying to replenish something, you're trying to regenerate or reprogram something, the foundation is always the same, guys, always the same. And that foundation is your daily wellness practice. What you do, what you eat, what you drink, the exercise, the movement, the energy, the thoughts, right? Very important. Hydration, sleep, nourishment, all of these things are key. Now, once you've got your foundation in, which is all practice, you're then in a real good position to go, you know, what am I wanting to do here? Am I wanting some reversal? I like to call them the R's. Replenish, repair. Are you going to remove something? Heavy metals, maybe, you know? Do you want to reprogram something? Do you want to reverse engineer something? You know, at the moment, I'm reverse engineering an awful lot of damage to my skin. And I'm doing that with liposomal collagen, you know, so I want all of this gone here. And so that's what I'm doing at the moment. You know, do you want to rebalance something? Are we regenerating something? You know, so you've got to be very clear on why you're taking nutraceuticals. That's really important. And be clear that you've got a daily wellness practice going on for them to sit on top of. All right. Now, if you've got daily wellness practice and you're putting the right nutraceuticals for you on top of that, and you're doing it on a 4-5 day on, 2-3 day off ratio, then what you're going to see is some seriously significant outcomes. Okay, so that's what I recommend when I give people anything recommendation wise, and that the nutraceuticals are really what I specialize in, because as I said, 90% of supplementation is really dangerous, should not even be allowed, you know, to be sold. And certainly, whether it's a supplement or it's a nutraceutical, I advise people not to take it without guidance. Okay, because everyone is unique. It's defined by your fingerprint, guys. You know that you are not like anyone else. You know you are very unique. And so one shoe does not fit all. And you shouldn't be taking anything over and over and over again. All right. And if you're taking something consistently, then that is not good for you at all, right? So firstly, daily wellness practice, decide what it is that you want to do. Do you want to replenish, rebalance? Are you wanting to remove, you know, regenerate, reprogram? What is your intention? And then think about what would be the best thing for you based on that information. Now, nutraceuticals, you know, I've worked really well with them, putting people on daily wellness practice who then want to come off, say, things like pharmaceuticals that are managing high blood pressure, or pharmaceuticals that are managing diabetes type 2, you know, these kind of things, hypertension. And so when you're on a daily wellness practice and you've got that in place and you're taking these pharmaceuticals that, whilst they're doing their job of managing your condition, they do come with, you know, side effects. And if people are unfortunate enough to be experiencing those side effects, a lot of people, you know, think, well, is there not a more natural way of me dealing with this? Well, yes, you know, for many people there is, but you've got to have a daily wellness practice in place. Once it's in place, decide what it is that you want to manage naturally and go ahead with nutraceuticals. You know, and again, nutraceuticals are approved as safe and effective, and they have to have evidence scientifically that they treat, prevent, or cure something. Okay, and they don't work all by themselves on top of a daily wellness practice. That being said, even if you're treating something like coming off high blood pressure tablets, or you're treating something, you know, like diabetes type 2, you wouldn't just go into the wind and do that without any monitoring. So there would be monitoring, you know, blood sugar being taken, blood pressure being taken on a daily basis. And you would balance between one and the other. And, you know, the exchange from reducing this and increasing this would move that way. And for some people, it takes a long time. Some people, you know, may manage just to reduce some of the pharmaceuticals or not to take them completely away, because we're all different, all right? And pharmaceuticals, I'm sure you all know what they are. You require them by prescription. The other question I'm asked a lot is about omegas, omega-3, 6, and 9, and the oils that our bodies need in order, to function optimally. I work a lot with phospholipids, and we have many different phospholipids in our body. And again, I would not recommend phospholipids, just to go over and buy them off the counter. Each person I've ever come across needs a different combination of them. It's very important. And anyone interested in knowing more about phospholipids or omega-3, 6, and 9, DHA, or any of the oils, I'll be doing videos about that in the coming weeks because it is super important. There is a docu-series called Supplement Revealed. And if you guys get the opportunity, go and watch it because it will open your eyes, literally open your eyes to what is happening around you. Because I know a lot of people are buying supplements, giving them to the kids, their pets, themselves, and taking an awful lot of them permanently, ongoingly, and don't know that there is a difference between clean and unclean, effective and dangerous, And so you've got to get that bit sorted out first. All right. Are they safe? Are they effective? Are they clean? And then get to the question, do I need them? And if you do, you definitely don't need them forever. All right. Short periods of time. I mean, I work with seasonal intervention in the Quantum Wellness Academy right now, for example. It's summer, and we know that in summer we're dropping a lot of collagen. That's not a good thing. We also know that we're about to go into flu season. So there are things right now that we can do to prepare our body, protect our body, and potentially make our body more than in this season. And it doesn't take a whole host of anything, it needs something like high quality liposomal collagen, liposomal selenium, biotin, liposomal vitamin C, and not taken every day. It's taken in rotation. It's highly bioavailable. It goes exactly where we need it to go. And we take that on a daily wellness practice. All right. That brings me to the last thing I'm going to talk about right now today. Okay. It's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. All right. And whether you're in the UK having some kind of mad, heat wave, or you're in the Mediterranean, literally baking slowly, this heat does not come without side effects. And one of them is dehydration. The other is electrolyte imbalance. This is super important. And what I've been telling my clients and the people that have joined our Quantum Wellness Academy is you've got to keep these electrolytes balanced. So coconut water is my go-to, preferably sugar-free. It's just got coconut water in it. And if you can take that every day, a small glass of that every day, it's going to help you prevent dehydration. If you become dehydrated, so you're feeling a bit nauseous, lightheaded, headaches, feeling like you've got a fever, these kind of things are happening to you, then you want a hand blender, a banana, and some coconut water. Mix them together with quite a few chunks of ice, all right, and drink that. And honestly, magic happens. All of a sudden, all of those symptoms start to lift from you, and you start to feel a lot more like you again, all right, in your own headspace. So this is just one of the things that you can do at home to keep your electrolytes balanced. If anybody has any questions about any of the things I've spoken to you about today, please put them in the comments. I'll be checking them, and replying accordingly. It's an exciting time, for us at the moment. From the 26th, which is in 2 days' time, Lionsgate, which is an astrological event, opens its doors, and it will have them open until the 12th of August, when we will have our supermoon, and it will last for 3 days. And it is an exciting time for anyone working in the field of energy. Whether you know about Lionsgate or you don't, doesn't really matter, because this energy is going to be affecting everyone all over the world, wherever we are. And I'm going to be talking a lot about Lionsgate over the coming next few weeks, I think. And because I think people, should know more about it. And again, you know, Google is as Google does, not always giving you the correct information or the, you know, historic information in reality. So I'll be talking about that a lot, and I'll be giving you some pointers on things to do and not to do during that period of time. You know, for those of us that are raising our energy frequency and vibration in alignment, we can resonate with this amazing astrological event. And this year, more than any other year, is incredibly supercharged. All right. And if you want to know more about that, then stay tuned in, because I'm going to be doing quite a few videos on Sirius, which is implicated. This is the brightest star in our solar system, and why that is involved in Lionsgate. And so it's going to be interesting for those of you that are interested in that kind of thing. For me, the bottom line and why I'm interested in it is because this portal, this energy that happens once a year, affects Schumann waves. And so we can see that something is happening. We can also see, and certainly I can see because of the work I do, that it works on activating our DNA. All right. So the energy coming down can activate DNA in a very unique way. So I'm going to be talking a lot about that in the coming weeks. So that's why I'm involved in it. In the meantime, if you're taking a lot of supplements, guys, or, you know, any supplements at all, please flip them over, read the ingredients. You know, if the first few words that you see are packers, bulkers, chalk, these kind of words, you know, you put them in the bin. Really, you know, you don't need that in your liver. Really, you don't. Nobody should be taking anything long term at all. You know, you just shouldn't be. And it should be rotated anyway. So first, check it's clean. Make sure you're rotating them, and don't be taking them, you know, ongoingly. That is not the way to go. You know, I would very much like for you guys to start realizing daily wellness practice is what takes you there onto the wellness continuum. It's what you do every day. It's not what you put in your mouth that's wrapped in a pill. No, that can get you there quicker if it's the right thing for you, but it certainly can't get you there as a standalone. It's so not true. Whatever the marketing says, it is not true. All right. So please be mindful of what you're putting in your body. You know, you guys are reading labels, for goodness sake, about buying food in the supermarket. So please start reading labels when it comes to supplementation, because 90% of them are really dangerous for you, and you shouldn't be taking them. 90% of what's available out there. So really start paying attention. You know, and know the difference between a supplement and a nutraceutical, and make sure it's clean. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I hope you all have a remarkable week. We are now in the sun of Leo, which is all about courage, you know, and stepping out there, and all about heart. And so we're going to see a lot more of that, you know, worldwide, and being part of that energy. It's also about releasing a lot of anger. So, you know, any of you that have got pent up anger, conflict, this is the time to release it, let it go, in this amazing astrological energy and period that we're in the middle of right now. So I will be jumping on. Watch out for the notifications, and I will see you all at some point this week. In the meantime, have a wonderful Sunday. Ciao, ciao for now. Bye-bye, guys.